The Jagradadi Avasthas indicate whether a planet is conscious enough to act. A planet can be awake and in full control, or it can lack focus and energy, or even be completely asleep and ineffective, and so the state of consciousness determines how well it can function. Now, the dignities, of course, also tell us how well a planet can function, but more importantly, in what manner. And so there are 9 dignities and 9 ways of how a planet can operate. And of course, those 9 ways of operation are based on how aware the planet is of its role in the first place, right? If a planet is completely oblivious of what it is supposed to do, then how good of a job can it do? And so we can see quickly here how the Jagradadi Avasthas and the dignities are intertwined. And so there are 3 Avasthas, and the dignities simply add more detail to those Avasthas. So let's start with the Jagrad Avasthta. When a planet is in exaltation, Mula Trikona, or own sign dignity, it is in Jagrad or awake state. And in this state, the planet is fully conscious and fully capable of taking action, right? It has full control over its environment and is capable of delivering the best results. Now, the type of result depends though on the specific dignity. In exaltation, the planet's efficiency and execution is completely optimized, right? It is fully aware of its role, but it also needs a foreign environment to reach its peak level of performance. And so let's come back to our Venus example. When Venus is exalted and fully awake, then it is able to express the highest ideals of love, beauty, and devotion, and create a relationship dynamic that is deeply fulfilling. And in Pisces, it finds that environment where love can transcend the material world and become something spiritual and complete. In Mula Trikona, a planet is fully connected to its source of energy and has the most power and freedom to act. Right? It is fully aware of its capability and ready to take control. And so when Venus is in Mula Trikona dignity and fully awake, it expresses love in relationships in the most pure and empowered way. Venus here has the full awareness of its role in maintaining balance and harmony and fairness in relationships, and it values mutual respect and possesses extraordinary relationship skills. In own sign dignity, a planet is also highly aware of its role, but the expression is more natural and balanced, and so it can relax more while functioning on a high level. It's still going to do a great job, but it just doesn't have the need to be better than everyone else. And so what does that mean in our Venus example? Well, Venus is in its own sign in Taurus and Libra. And so in Taurus, Venus here is awake and expresses love through material security and sensual pleasures. And in Libra, Venus is also awake, but focuses more on relationships and creating harmony and balance. And in both cases, Venus is at ease and confident and able to express its qualities effortlessly and comfortably. A planet is in a Swapna sleepy state when it is in a natural friend sign or natural neutral sign. And in Swapna Avasthta, a planet is only half aware. It can act, but it is not in full control. And in that condition, it tends to maintain the status quo and give moderate results. So let's see what dignities fall into Swapna Avasthta. When a planet is in great friend sign, it is in Swapna Avasthta. Right? The planet is in a natural friend sign and also in a temporary friend sign. And so it is in a supportive and cooperative environment, but it is still not fully awake, and so it doesn't have the power and authority to make a significant impact all by itself. And in our Venus example, when Venus is in a great friend dignity, then the person feels supported and delighted in their marriage. Right? They value the stability and security of their marriage. They can rely on their partner, and the partner adds value and meaning to their life. But the interactions aren't particularly exciting or romantic. Right? It's not a fairy tale type experience. But nevertheless, it is a worthwhile and fulfilling partnership. A planet in friend dignity is also Swapna or sleepy and functions with average focus and energy. It is in a natural neutral sign and a temporary friend sign, and so the environment is friendly and supportive. But because it is in a natural neutral sign, the planet's actions are more restricted. It has less autonomy and expression, and so there's going to be less satisfaction. But the planet can still give moderate to good results. So in our Venus example, when Venus is in a friend sign, there's a sense of content around what marriage offers, but the emotional and spiritual depth might be lacking, and the relationship can feel like only scratching the surface. But Venus in Swapna Avasthas in friend dignity has enough energy and focus to sustain a marriage.